If you are interested in horror, graphic novels, teen and young adult LGBTQ fiction books, this book, I promise you're going to like it. I had never read a book by this author before. This was one of those books that I had included in my manga book haul. I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I picked the books based off the cover. So, Nightmare in Savannah. And as you see, I got my little post-it note things like off to the side, right? Because I wanted to make sure that I remembered everything. Now, this book I did get at the library just because I thought the cover was super duper cute. Then on top of that, it's in color. Like what? I absolutely adored that. So the book is available at Kindle Unlimited. It is available for paperback for $15.96. It is by Leila Gwen, Rowan McCall, and Micah Myers. I am trying to remember. I believe it was Rowan McCall that is the illustrator for this book. I actually got so into the book and I got so into the designs and everything that I started researching. Like, let me look them up. Let me see if they have any more books together. I ended up finding, I believe Rowan Nicole website. I just got all into it. Like, I just started full on nerding out. The book came out November 10th of 2021. It says high school student Alexa Bauman moved to Savannah, Georgia to get away from her old life. Too bad her past is a Google search away and her family's criminal past quickly makes her an outcast. From tormenting cheerleaders to dreamy football players, Alexa can't keep up, especially with Faye, Sky, and Chloe. Take her into the group of outsiders. But after a night in the woods, a power has awakened within them. A power that's equal parts magical and terrifying, but there are no coincidences in Savannah. And once they found out how to control their powers, the town is in for a rude awakening. So the artist is Rowan McCall, the letterer is Micah Myers, and the author is Leila Gwen. I really absolutely adored this book. So I will say there were points in this book that legitimately made me laugh. Um, as it said, Alexa, she is going through it. Okay. When they get to asking her in class, like, so where are you from? And what is your family history? One of the girls like literally embarrasses her entirely when Alexa stands up to introduce herself. And literally someone was like, she was sitting here saying, she's like, I just moved here from Chicago. I live with my grandpa. I love to read. English is my favorite, whatever. So then the teacher even tries to encourage her. And then you have one of the students in the class. She's like, I have some interesting information. Watch your wallets. Alexa's parents are embezzlers. That's a fancy word for thieves. So then someone was like, tragic. Is there a crowdfunding site for your 24/7 therapy? First of all, don't come at me. I hate when people do that. Like, if someone's parents go to jail for like embezzling funds or something like that, don't throw the kids into it. That is super duper shady. Like, don't toss me into my parents' stuff just because my parents did whatever. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with me. Please don't bring that up in school in front of the whole class. And the teacher was literally of no help, no assistance. So then he goes, interesting. Let's plan a class discussion on familial sin. First of all, you're supposed to be the teacher. You're supposed to be correcting them and stopping them when they start all of their nonsense. You're not supposed to be chiming in. You are not supposed to be encouraging it even more. So what I really did like was when it was giving the characteristics of Fae. So Fae are like the people. They're like the people with the powers and stuff. But I really loved seeing all of these like pictures and illustrations and the colors that were chosen. It says once a changeling matures, they develop changes to their anatomy. Hidden under powerful illusions to the untrained eye, these changes mark the beginning of control and when they truly should be feared. I really like that. There was another point in here where Alexa she's getting crushed on pretty hard by this not basketball, football player. But at the same time, he hangs out with these kids that make fun of Alexa so much that she's kind of like, why don't you just go back to your queen over there that likes to talk shit about me and you really don't stand up for me at all? I just kind of felt like, what was the point of crushing on her, but you let your friends make fun of her? It made no sense to me at all. Um, Her friends are pretty interesting. Her grandpa lets her know, like within a day or so of her meeting her friends and bringing them over to the house. Her grandpa is all, oh yeah, I have somebody I want you to meet. Like, this is my lady friend, so and so. And everybody's like, your lady friend? Like, who the fuck is this? So then the one girl, she goes, excuse me, around here we call him grandpa. And the girl, Alexa, even has to put her hand on her shoulder, like, girl, you just met him a half hour ago. We don't call him grandpa. I call him grandpa. This is my grandfather, not yours. Don't get carried away. So the woman, I'm sitting here thinking at first, like, maybe she's good for grandpa. She's helping to keep him young and, you know, whatever. She could not have been worse off. Grandpa even starts acting weird. Like, grandpa goes from being super involved and super like, oh, you know, why are you at home early from school and why this and why that, to it gets to the point where Alexa's asking, like, where's my grandfather? And the girlfriend just kind of be like, he's resting right now. He can't sleep right now. Let my grandpa tell me that. Let him tell me that. So it became very clear to her after she hung out with her friends in the woods. She literally wakes up the next day. My girl got these fingernails that are longer than all hell. Okay, her body is going through changes, and she's kind of like, what happened? And I feel like nobody was really giving her a straightforward answer. So it does say fae social structures. Fairies are social creatures, often building close knit relationships with their kind. These frolics find a territory, stake their claim, and then begin to corrupt those around them. These groups are prone to jealousy and can be broken up with the right words from an experienced hunter. So there does become some internal issues in the group because some kind of really want to run things and be like, listen, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to wear. We're going to this prom, this dance, whatever, and we're all going to look alike. Whereas others are extremely, really passive. There was just a lot of cute moments in this book. There were moments where you could see sadness being expressed. There were some moments where you see happy, joyous moments. I already said there were moments where I literally laughed. You have these two here that are flirting it up with each other. And I was curious, like, so y'all about to be together? Y'all gonna be a couple? Like, what's gonna happen? This book was really, really cute. It was not necessarily graphic or gory. It was cute. I think I did a good job so far. Out of these books that I've picked out, just based off the book cover, I feel like I did a darn good job. So, shout out to the library for having those books lined up there. I have read this one. It was The Abandoned Empress that I read, was a manga book. I really enjoyed that one. The other one was I Cannot Reach You. Both of those videos are already up, so you can watch them so you can get a recommendation on if you liked either of those books, or if you're considering reading more manga books, you can start with those ones too. The point is, I really, really did enjoy this book. Put me on to more recommendations in the comments below. Please don't hit me with one of those book series like One Piece that they have 1,000 episodes going. Listen, I will never get that invested in anything in this lifetime. My book, My Favorite Ex, is still available for free on Kindle, as well as Amazon, Barnes & Noble's, Kobo, Libby, Biblioteca, I want to say. You can find those free there. You can also find my book, I Turned His Sister Out in Texas, for free. It's just my way of saying thank you to everyone who has supported me over the years. Support comes in many forms. You don't always have to spend financially. Whether you hit share on a post, if you shared my book, if you shared a business card, if you told someone about my books, if you commented or liked something on my channel, that is all support, and I am super grateful for it. If you need your book promoted or reviewed, you can always find my services at alzabrooks.com. That's ALSABROOKS.com. I offer a lot of different services, like helping you to get your book cover on a digital billboard in a city near you. I'm also running a special right now for $4.44 of promoting your book on TikTok. So I'll see you in the next video.